What's going on, guys? This is Brian from Quantum Motorworks, working on that differential, trying to get the pinion stack shim thickness correct here. If you've seen some of my other videos, you can see from first contact pattern to my fourth try, it's looking a lot better, but maybe still not where I want it. So I went online and I found this OEM Mopar shim kit. It's specifically for my 9 1/4 differential and this size pinion here. I don't think it'll fit on an 8 1/4 or any of the other models. These shims just so happen to get them for a good price too. It's probably pretty expensive. I also went on Zorro and I found these thrush washers. Kind of just ordered a bunch of stuff. These right here have pretty similar inner and outer diameter and dimensions, and the reason why I bought them is because of the thickness. They're 60 thousandths. Now the shim kit, and from what I could find, I couldn't find anything near that. The thickest shim in this kit is 38 thousandths, which is, still it's good, but not for what we need. Our housing has a little bit of wear to it, or maybe it's just the gearing and how it was cut. Really don't quite understand yet. Original shim was at 28 thousandths, but I'm a firm believer in, if it wears the housing from spinning the race because the preload wasn't done correctly initially when I replaced the pinion seal, that, that pinion's outer race spinning inside of the housing for who knows what, maybe almost 20,000 miles now, probably ate away that 30 thousandths in extra shim that I need to add to this. So I was thinking, last check, your contact pattern looked pretty tits on the drive and coast side, and that was at 64 thousandths using the original shim and a bunch of these like thin aftermarket shims that came in the kit. So what my goal was is I want to eliminate all those, so I just have, essentially one shear point or one part to fill instead of having a shitload of shims that could potentially fill. But I'm kind of having a dilemma. I mean, it's probably not a big deal, but I do want it to be perfect. So 64 thousandths looked pretty good. This shim right here is about 61 thousandths, so that's 3 thousandths under what I initially checked it at. And anything, I still think I could go 2, 3, maybe even 4, maybe even 5 thousandths in shim thickness over what my fourth contact check before the coast side pattern starts to change, or the pinion height is just too tall and it starts to not have a really good contact pattern and I start going the opposite way. I went ahead and ordered a bunch of extra bearings and parts from Rock Auto. It's pretty good service. They came fast. I learned their shipping's kind of weird. It came from like 20 different fucking shipping suppliers. One of the bearings was brand new, the Timken that I got here that I'm going to use for the rebuild. This one is brand new, undamaged, looks like it's never been used. The other one that I got though from one of the other suppliers, kind of shady. I even just tried right now to do one of their claims online, and looks like Rock Autos, you're kind of fucked. So kind of glad that I'm having this experience with just some cheaper parts. I did spend almost $500 on just fucking bearings and seals and windshield wipers. So, I don't know if I'll be using them again, or it'll be one of those things you're taking a risk, but it looks like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. It's either it came like this, the box is a little smashed. So I don't know if somebody else had it before me, probably. It was already open. And the biggest thing is I noticed is the inner race there has like some, I don't know if they tried putting it on, or I don't know what they did, or tried using a bearing splitter to try to remove it, or who knows what happened. I don't want to use this, so thank God that I bought 2 of them. I was going to use one as a backup just in case I, didn't do the shimming right or whatever. I could use one of them as a final bearing. So what I'm actually going to do right now is I might save that one, and I don't know. It's really not that bad. I mean, to be honest, it just looks like it's been messed with. So I don't know. I'm still not going to take my chances, but I do need to re-shim it, or at least, I don't know. I think I'm going to try. I got all these shims here. So Say last check was 64,000. I'm gonna try. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of froggy right now, so maybe I'll try a 30. I think I was thinking a 32 and a 34. That would give me 66 thousandths, 2 thousandths over. Now I know I did say I want to use one shim, and that's like I said the dilemma that I'm having. But if I could just have two OEM shims that are new, I feel a lot more comfortable. Um, but I don't know, just one shim. And these right here are thrush washer shims, so I mean it looks like it's a good steel. It's kind of hard to say though. These OEM shims look pretty good. The original one that I had at 100,000 miles looked pretty good. So I mean, it's not really something that wears, but OEM part, 100,000 miles, it's already proven its durability versus using like a thin aftermarket shim, which comes these ones I got like an 8, a 9, a 10 or 11, a 16, like a 20 and a 24 or something like that, but they're just not quite the same as the OEM ones. If you like look here too, it has those tabs that kind of come out and locate it around the pinion shaft there. And what I'm thinking is so oil can flow behind the bearing race and lubricate the bearing fully and prevent hot spots. So it's probably really important to stick to the original shim. Now if I use two, I'm thinking I could line them both up, or even if they're a little clock hair off, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. I do want the tabs to be as lined as possible, just in case for if loading it or whatever, I want to bend it, but I think it shouldn't be a big deal. So I'm going to go stare at the contact pattern one last time and, just kind of see, make a determination if I'm going to go with 64, maybe I'm going to go 66. Will I go with 60? I don't know. I'm thinking 66, 67 though. So stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and find out here momentarily.